Welcome to HDR's Coffee in the Morning, and just give us a comment, like and subscribe. We'll have a good conversation today.
Thank you, Mike.
No eating dirt this Saturday. We're sticking around for coffee with HDR.
So, good morning. You are watching Coffee Time with HDR. Enjoy.
Yes, guys, thank you so much once again. I know I used that intro a few times already, but none of you are sending intros in. Where's all your intros? Guys, you want to be featured on the longest consecutive running YouTube live stream on motorcycle content. Guys, welcome back once again to Coffee with HDR. This is show number 132. We are here today for July 29th, 2023. Once again at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, I tell you what, this has been the longest running show, like I said. There's many people out there trying to duplicate the show, but nobody can quite pull it off the way that your good old friend HDR can. And, live streams, love them or hate them. I've been thinking about canceling this live stream for a long, long time, Miss HDR. So you know what? You love doing it on Saturday mornings. And it's just, I like hanging out with all you guys and girls out there and enjoying some motorcycle conversation. And we're going to have a lot of it today coming up here very, very soon. First of all, let's go up here and say our good mornings to everybody. Good morning to the Smyrna Cowboy. If you have not checked out the Smyrna Cowboy channel, you may want to do that. No, you do want to do that because there is an exciting, I felt like I was in the Oval Office and I was signing an important a bill into law. And I was signing the commemorative motovlogger helmet. Now, guys, this is probably one of the greatest honors of motovlogging I have had since I started back in 2015. So if you hear of anybody ever referring to me as the grandfather of motovlogging, it's not because I'm an old man. Well, maybe it is. Should I get dramatic pause? No, it could be because I've been doing it for a very long time, guys. Since 2015 is when I first strapped the camera onto my helmet and started talking to all of you. You know, I've been looking for my first 100 subscribers, trying to determine who that was. And there's no way on YouTube I can figure it out because it puts you pretty much in alphabetical order. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I figure out my first 100 subs? And I'm working on a very, very special gift for that first 100. It's something that myself and Mrs. HDR came up with when we were away. And we were visiting somebody. We were talking to someone about it. And we came up with a really good idea for that first 100. So it's something to look forward to. All right, let's go back up here first. And we're going to go through all these good mornings here. Good morning to the real Jackie boy. I'm going to go down here and see if I'm having any trouble. Nope. Okay. Good morning to Captain Ed. Toby Northern's in the house from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Oh, the thunder is rolling. So if the power goes out and I go off the air, you'll know that it wasn't me. It was good old Mother Nature outside just rambling the thunder, pounding the lightning. And it is just a crazy morning here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Toby, I'm really impressed that you got parking in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We visited Gatlinburg once. Every parking lot we pulled into, they go, "Oh, no motorcycle, no motorcycle." And we're like, "What?" And they said, "Oh, no." And I'll tell you about that in a minute why. The real Jackie boy's in the house. Harley 103's here. Dean C. Debbie's in the house. Good morning to Debbie. Spent an amazing day with Debbie yesterday. Could not get her interested in a gyro. When people hear lamb meat, they get freaked out. Like, "Oh no, that's little baby lamb." No, they're tasty. Dusty Chronicles, good morning. Mike Martin Sr., good morning to you. Ron Kelly, nice to have you on board there with us this morning. Roglad Andy, I haven't had time to do one. I sent you over. Yeah, so, yep, right. We got to get that one redone, make it a little longer. I got you. Toby Northern, Dust Chronicles, Toby Northern. Be the Rider PA's in the house here for a little bit. Then he has to go to work. He's going to try to ride his motorcycle through the storm because he is a motorcyclist. He said, he worked for the post office so many years that he has that motto in his head. Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, or hell. Be the Rider PA will be riding his motorcycle. And he doesn't care because he has that post office mentality. Toby Northern said, oh, we're in our minivan. Okay, we have the kids with us. Our last family mini vacation before. Hey, Toby, don't say that bad word. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't say that bad 6-letter word, man. And that's a terrible word you said there. Figure it out. It starts with an S and ends with a ooh. All right. That's it for the chat room. I can't believe more of you are on here. So many people are on here. Get in the chat room, light it up, type. We don't take away any points from misspelled words, and we keep it clean. We have a very clean chat room there. So let's go back. Oh, Danny. Good morning to Danny. I missed you in there. Nice to have you in there. Henry's in there this morning. It's raining hard. Good morning to everyone. Iron Horse Riders. So let's go back. Roll the clock back. I wish I had one of those things on here, like I can click a button and it will be like, taking the time back. Let's go back to about when was that? 2020, 2019. Nah, 2020. I don't know. Anyway, long time ago. Myself and Mrs. HDR decided that we're going to make a run through the beautiful Smoky Mountains and beautiful Tennessee and beautiful North Carolina. And we did the Tail of the Dragon. We came up over top of the mountain. We decided we are going to go down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we get into town, and as I said, every single parking lot we went to, they said, no parking here. And that's where they talk, no parking here, no parking here. I said, I don't want a discount because I got 2 wheels, because everywhere I went, it said 4 wheels, $20, or 4 wheels, $10. I said, we'll pay the whole price, right? Not a problem. They told me, this is what they told me. Back in 1971, the Hells Angels came through Gatlinburg, and they tore the shit out of this city, and they beat everybody up, and they tore the town up. And I said, I'm an old man. Do I look like a Hells Angel? I don't look like no Hells Angel. I just don't resemble a biker mentality. It's myself and, my wife on the back, and we're touring the great, beautiful Smoky Mountains. And nobody would let us park. So I said, you know what? I said, poop on this town. I said, I turned my big old Harley around. I had my 2011 Electric Glide Classic at the time. I cracked the throttle. I pulled the front wheel off the ground. I squealed tires going down the street. And I said, screw this town. I will never come back to Gatlinburg. It looks beautiful. I'd love to visit. But they don't like bikers, man. They hate motorcyclists. So if you ever go through, what I would suggest to do is when you're coming down through Gatlinburg, just stay past it, just ride right through Gatlinburg, go right down over top of the I don't even know what that is, Blue Ridge Mountain, whatever the hell that is. Come down the bottom, you're going to come to a place called Cherokee, North Carolina. Cherokee, North Carolina is a Indian reservation. They love motorcyclists. They will let you park anywhere you want in town for free. So, yeah, pass up Gatlinburg, go straight to Cherokee, North Carolina. Wonderful people there. We met some great, great people in that town. I've been there a couple times since then, and it's always been wonderful. So, all right. Toby Norton said, our kids start college, freshmen, and one starts the junior year of the bad word. Now, you figured it out, Toby. You figured out that bad word, right? So Mrs. HDR was cussing me the other day. She referred to me as one of these interesting people. And I said, why are you cussing at me? I don't understand. She called me a 7-letter word. And I was like, why are you calling me that 7-letter word? I never associated myself with that person. And I'm not really that person. So figure out what the 7-letter word is, throw it in the comments and let me know what you think it could be. I'm not going to say it right now. So Smarty Cowboy said the Wayback Machine. There you go. Right. Turn the machines back. Good morning, Paul. Good morning to my Dun Life. Good to have you in there, my friend, this morning with us as every week. There's a parking lot in the middle of town by the New Sky Bridge. $10 all day. I'm telling you what, Andy, they wouldn't let us park. And we tried everything. We understand, though, we did stop at a Harley shop after that. And we did understand there's a Harley t-shirt shop in town with 3 parking places. Get there early. You can have one of them. They love motorcyclists. Obviously, it's a Harley shop, right? It's a Harley t-shirt shop. And you can park there. So other than that, we had no luck. But anyhow, The thumbnail from my yesterday video duplicates the dealership works. My works at the Master Tech at as oh your son works there. Dusty Chronicles. I got it. So I don't know if anybody if you've seen my video from last Thursday. Last Thursday was a very special video I brought out, and when you bring out a controversial video, you never know what's going to happen to it, right? Remember, I told you a few weeks ago, every video lives on its own, and it has to reside in that big YouTube analytics space that we all grow to hate. But you spend a lot of time in there and learning about what a video is doing, why the video is doing it, and what makes the video successful or not. And I really, really didn't think that video would get much love because I thought that it was such a hated topic. So, but I put it out there anyway. I figure I'm going to push the video out there. The comments have been extremely positively negative. Okay, so positively, people do not want all Harley shops to look the same. Okay, negatively, people do not want, or negatively, people want their Harley shops to stay the way they are. Okay, so that video got a lot of love, and I appreciate all of you guys out there that have watched it. If you have not watched it, I did put on my Instagram feed yesterday. Go back out there and watch it. So good morning to Travis is on here. Good morning to you. Travis is there. Let's see. Toby Northern said, we are staying at a hotel about a half a mile from Main Street of Gatlinburg. We're doing a lot of walking. If we do go to Pigeon Forge, we'll drive. Pigeon Forge is another cool place. Toby, and if you're there, I do recommend, highly recommend, if you're going to be there through Monday. Yeah, Monday. Go to the Wheels Through Time Museum. Your family's going to love it. They're going to love you for it. They're going to love you for taking them. You get a special military discount, so it's not expensive to go through. But yeah, make sure you go down through the Wheels Through Time on Maggie Valley. Maggie Valley is not far from where you are right now, so it's within driving distance. Anyway, so Road Glide Andy is positively always right. So he is telling me he parked there all 3 times in 2015, 17, and 2020. Buddy, I'm glad for you. I told you what, they told us to get the hell out of town. So I'm glad for you, and I know you're right 99.9% of the time. So thank you for sharing that with me. Scott Davis, good morning to you. Good morning. The traffic jams going through Gatlinburg doesn't seem to be Harley Davidson friendly to me. You're right. You are right. Ride through there, man. Bikers avoid Gatlinburg. Okay. My experience, your experience. Road Glide Andy is very special. He had a different experience. Okay. Mike Bodine, good morning to you. Nice to have you on board here with us today. Mike Bodine was on that recent trip to Route 66, which is totally amazing. Blow my mind how many of you guys made it. Heat temperatures up to 127 degrees and you're riding a motorcycle. You are much better men than I am. When it's that hot, my bike will stay parked in the garage and it can sweat itself out. Okay. My done life. I think HD dealers should have certain features unique, and so why the dealers. Check out my Instagram post yesterday. We have a local dealer here, 3 Rivers Harley Davidson. Look them up, okay? They just sent out a post to everybody that's subscribed to their news feed or whatever the heck they're feeding. They are actually building right now one of the cookie cutter Harley Davidson dealers. So, and Toby said, and I appreciate you, very much. Toby commented on that video and said, I've been searching everywhere. There's no facts on that. There's no data on that. Toby, they didn't want anybody to know. I kind of broke the story after the one interview that I watched, and it was kind of an accidental thing that they broke it. And the reason they don't want anybody to know, the dealers were told this in secrecy at the 120th Harley Davidson anniversary. That now they had pictures there. That's kind of where the pictures resonated from. Check out also, if you really want to dig deeper, and I dug a little bit on this, check out abcharleydavidson.com. abcharleydavidson.com. It doesn't exist, but they bought the domain name because that picture, if you've seen that picture, it had on there ABC, right? So, they bought the domain name so nobody else could buy it, but there's no dealership called ABC Harley Davidson. So that's kind of the back part of it there. That was my investigative part of it, where I don't like to just put things on YouTube just to blurt them out there. Like, um, you make up a story like next year, all Harley Davidson models will have a 132 engine, starting at the Road Glide, the Street Glide, and all the way down to the Lowrider ST will have a 132 engine. I don't make this stuff up, right? Whenever I'm going to report on something on my YouTube channel, I do as much investigating as I can and digging around to see if it's factual. Guys, I put it out there. Like I said, I was one of the first people to report on it, and I appreciate the love the video got. But what was even more impressive to me is when Three Rivers sent me that picture yesterday. Well, they sent it out on their stream to everybody, not just me. And they're actually building that new building to actually be the exact same as the cookie cutter building, and they are the largest Harley Davidson motorcycle dealer in the Pittsburgh area. They're probably they're probably one of the only ones now. But anyway, let's see where we're at here. I think it's there. I totally agreed. The traffic is not friendly. Yeah, the traffic's not friendly in any of those communities up around Gatlinburg. It's just a very, very congested area. Oh, let's see. Toby, good morning to Mike Bodine. Mike's a great guy. He's in there, and he did ride through that heat. He is more of a man than I am. My Dunlife said, we went to Pigeon Forge this summer, and we drove the traffic. I would not have wanted to ride. Yeah, we rode through all those towns. Myself, Bodine, and Colin rode through Pigeon Forge a few years ago. We stopped at a gas station to kind of get directions to get our bearings. It took us like 25 minutes to get out of the gas station back on the main street. Most people in that area in cars, guys, do not love motorcyclists. Like me in my town, if I'm pulling out of my street, my main street, and I see a motorcyclist coming, or let's say better yet, I'm riding down the main road and I see a motorcyclist trying to get out, I will stop traffic to let that bike get out, right? Because I love motorcyclists, right? All motorcyclists. I don't care if you're riding, a scoot. No, I'm sorry. If you're riding on a scooter, I'm going to let you out, right? Because we protect each other. But in those little towns, man, every car is for themselves, and they will just run you over, and they don't even care. It's like, too bad. Let's see. Henry said it's the owner's building. They put their own money into it, and they want to destroy it and build a new one with their own. You're right. There's no money given by the Harley Davidson Corporation for these companies out there, okay? And all that's in my video. I'm not going to really rehash the video here. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to do that on a live stream. So maybe this is Harley's way of putting the death knell in the small family dealerships, the real Jackie Boy said. And I did say that in the video. The dealer actually said that when they were being interviewed. They said, well, the small dealers will just go out of business. Because they asked Harley, and this is during the interview, they asked Harley corporate, well, if we can't afford to do it, what are we supposed to do? And the response was, either hang a Yamaha, Honda, or Suzuki sign on your buildings because you'll no longer be selling Harley Davidson motorcycles. Pretty definite nail in the coffin there, right? Now, I also did, it was interesting, it's interesting how many of you guys out there are behind your dealerships. I am not. I've had horrible experiences at dealerships. I can't say I've ever walked in a dealership and they rolled out a red carpet, gave me a cigar. They do give you coffee or water. That's really nice. And free popcorn if you're getting your bike worked on for 4 hours at $175 an hour. They will give you popcorn. But I've never had one of those really pleasant experiences, right? Watch Ty from Tennessee. He has a local shop by his house. It's like 10 minutes down. Matter of fact, he just bought a new house. I think he's going to be Ty's moving to right behind White Lightning Harley Davidson because he wants to keep an eye over his property. That's not true. I don't know if Ty's moving or not. I just made that up. But he has a very joyous love for the dealership. And when he walks in, they're like, Ty, here's a cigar, Ty. May we help you today? What's your pleasure? How can I be of service to you? I don't get that. I get that I walk in, they're like, What are you doing here? What do you want? You know, you want to buy something? It's just nasty experiences. So I put out a video this Thursday stating, or something about, you know, our basically it was titled, "Are dealerships actually helping to kill the Harley brand?" And for the most part of that video, if you watch that video, I believe they are. The video's got no traction because if you can't do a YouTube video and attack a dealership, right? Dealerships are loved and beloved by many people. Even if they don't do exactly what you want, you will stand behind it and fight for it. And I think that's noble. But I felt somebody had to bring out some negativity about some dealerships, what they do, how they do it, price gouging, selling you a $27,000 motorcycle for $36,000, And if you're a guy off the street, you don't know anybody, you would buy it, But I don't know. Do you ever think when you ride your motorcycle in a Harley shop, first thing I found very amusing, when you ride your Harley Davidson into the Harley Davidson motor shop, right? Maybe the guy standing outside the sales guy you're gonna talk to. Do you ride now? No, I stole that motorcycle down the street just to make it look impressive to come into your dealership. Or this is one. What do you ride now? Do you sell Harleys? You see that big Harley out there and you don't know what that is? Might be in the wrong place, right? Somebody put a comment in the video that said, did you guys know this? Harley Davidson dealers do not hire salespeople. They don't hire knowledgeable Harley Davidson salespeople. They hire what's called fitment people, right? They fit you and your finances to whatever motorcycle they can put you on. And then they go get the sales manager who closes the deal, right? Did you know that? So the person you're talking about, when you go in there, somebody made a comment and said they were probably working as a cashier at Walmart a week before they got their job at Harley selling motorcycles. But they're not actually selling, remember, they're fitment specialists. Interesting. Let me read through some of the comments just to see where you guys are. I wonder if ABC HD stands for TV networks. That's interesting, Scott. That's an interesting thought. Dealerships up here are yeah, you're right, Andy. I'll give you that. You're positive on that one. Noma Grace said hello. Good morning, Noma Grace, the real Jackie boy, Andy. M&S over here in Chambersburg. Now, I just heard that the other day. The other day, I got a comment on the video I posted on Thursday, which was 2 days ago. And somebody said, come to Chambersburg. You will get the best deal. Jackie boy, the problem I have, I got on their website, they have like 4 motorcycles there. Am I going to ride all the way to Chambersburg hoping to pick up a new motorcycle and find out that I can't buy it there? Do they have to order it? I don't know this to be true, but their website, if you go on it, I think they had 6 used bikes and maybe 4 new ones. Is it a real small store? I'd like to hear more about that, Jackie boy. And you can text that to me, Larry. You don't have to put it in the chat room. I would love to talk to you later on. Maybe give me a call. We can talk on the phone. Let's see. Y'all should visit Bluegrass HD in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm telling you that they're straight up dealership, great service department. Go see Lisa and Thumper. Okay, so yeah, I've been in Kentucky. I don't know if I've ever been in that dealership or not, Bluegrass. I bet you I have been. If I go through my poker chips, I can guarantee you. We have been through there. They are friendly. Didn't have to deal with service department, though. Dunlife says, I have a salesman that asked what I rode. Had a Sportster at the time. Then was like ready to upgrade to the big boy bike. Turned around and walked out. Here's what they told me about my motorcycle. This is the response I got. A 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Well, what do you ride? Well, I have a 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Well, why are you riding that old motorcycle? Don't you want something newer? That's pretty old. Dude, I bought the damn thing brand new, right? It's not a classic. To me, old motorcycle means, a 1968, or a 1970 or a 1909. That's an old motorcycle. 2018 is old, guys? Do you believe that? Is that true? Should I be worried it's going to fall apart? Should I be out looking to buy a new one? I don't know. My independent mechanic the other day said, do not buy any more Milwaukee 8s as he was tearing down a 2023 Milwaukee 8 engine. He was taking the lifters off. I said, what happened to this thing? He said the crank broke or something. I don't know what a crank is, but something broke. The guy wrote it. He had it for like 600 miles. I said, why don't you take it in for warranty? He said he don't trust him. So he takes it to the independent guy and pays him to do the work on it. So it's his bike, not mine. I still have a 2-year warranty. There's my daughter texting me right now, even though that she knows I'm doing a live show. So still planning on coming over. And then she wants to come over here at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, not even awake yet. But I don't know when she'll be here. So anyway, but yeah. So I get it, my done life. I get what you're saying. 2018 is the same engine as the ones in the dealer right now. You're right. You're exactly right. It's the Milwaukee 8 107. You know, I don't know. It's tactics, man. It's sell tactics. You know, make you feel like you're driving some kind of old piece of crap or something. I'm like, my bike just had the 30,000 mile service, and it's a 2018, right? So basically, most people tell you it's not even broke in yet. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I have a video coming out on Sunday, tomorrow. You'll see that video pop up. And I know, I got some bad feed, man. I got some bad negativity. And they always say your YouTube channel's not doing anything until you get negative comments and thumbs downs. So now I want you to give me all thumbs up today, obviously, on this live stream. But, yeah, they tell you that. So the negative comment I got the other day was, HDR used to ride motorcycles. Now you just stand in your garage and talk like an ass. I'm like, I just rode 1,700-mile trip, right? Okay, my camera was broken. We didn't record any video of the trip. But I did record a video of the Wheels Through Time just to prove that I was there. And how did you think I got there? There's no airports in Maggie Valley. I didn't fly in. Mrs. HDR was totally pissed. She's like, tell him we just rode 1,700 miles on that motorcycle. Yeah. Does he ride anywhere? Maybe in his neighborhood to get a coffee? So, yeah, she was not happy whatsoever. But, you know, it's I don't know. Maybe it's somebody that's been around the channel for a long time. I get it. You want to see me out riding the motorcycle. What am I going to talk about? The trees, the hardball, the gravel. Every road around us right now, every single road is tarred and chipped. Every single road that I ride a motorcycle on is tarred and chipped. The other day I was on a tar and chip road, and I was like, you know what? I was on the Harley, and I said, you know what? I don't care anymore. I just cracked the throttle and went. Because I figure if you go down, you go down. That's what was meant to happen. So, you know, let it go at that. The only thing bad about tar and chip, it dings up the paint. I got a ding on my fender. I got a ding on my on my saddlebags. I got chips out of there from the rocks hitting the saddlebag. So, yeah, the bike does need some body work. Absolutely. It does need some body work. So, I have a service on the 4th of August, 45K. I've already passed 48,000. Toby, I hope you're doing that service yourself, buddy. 45,000 mile service you can definitely do on your own. The monument services, guys, are 30 because you have to get the head bearings adjusted and the belt, and 50 because you have to get your front forks repacked. Every other service after that is pretty much greasing up your kickstand and changing all 3 holes of oil on your bikes. It's really easy to do, guys. I can't stress that enough. You know, do it yourself, man. It costs you about $100 to do it on your own. And you learn so much about your motorcycle. And Toby, I know you have 2 of them, man. If you're taking both of those in for service, you're way richer than I am. Maybe they do them for free. I don't know. But good luck on that, buddy. Scott Davis says, my 2003, I want to read this comment here. My 2003 Screaming Eagle Road King is still running strong at 16,000 miles. I'm like, wait, 16,000 miles? That ain't right. You mean 160,000 miles on a 2003? Is that right? 16,000. Buddy, you're keeping that thing in pristine shape. If you ever want to sell that Road King, call me up. I got a check for you today. I'll buy it. I will buy that motorcycle from you today. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know where you live. Scott Davis. You got a Screaming Eagle Road King with 16,000 miles. It's a 2003. Like I said, let me know what you want for it. You know, we'll go with fair market value and I'll buy it. Toby Norris says our trip to Maine through Canada and through Milwaukee was almost 4,200 miles in about 12 days. That's a great, great time to be out, Toby. Good times, my friend. Good times for sure. Smarty Cowboy said, what makes me walk out quick of the dealerships are one, pushy salesman, and two, condescending staff. Yeah, me too. Pink's Adventure said, trolls. Kill them with the kindness. They are looking to get a rise from you. Usually what I do with a troll, guys, and I told Bodine to do this too. If you right click on it, you can report them for offensive comments. And you can make it whatever you want. Offensive language or offensive, they were just mean to you. And what happens is they block that username from commenting anywhere on YouTube again. So do that, right? Shut them up permanently off of everybody's channel is better than just, and Bodine likes to try to argue with people, and you can't argue with a troll, right? A troll's a troll. Good morning, Jamon. Jamon's been putting out some new stuff there with his new Heritage Softail. Very nice motorcycle, beautiful bike. Ty from Tennessee said, walking around Walmart listening to HDR. Ty from Tennessee, good morning to you, buddy. Glad to have you on board there. Ty is actually, and I just seen it yesterday, so this is the truth. I tell you, I only report facts on my shows. Ty yesterday is being reported as one of the largest Instagram followers of motorcycle content anywhere on Instagram. So check out his Instagram. If you're not following me, click on follow. Follow Ty from Tennessee. Ty from Tennessee. Yes, Ty from... Oh, that's pretty catchy. Let's see. See you and Nib member Toby walking around. There you go. I got some love from Ty. Yep, follow him. Follow Ty. We're trying to get him up to... And Ty has been my inspiration. Guys, I wanted to get 2,000 Instagram followers by December. And I was with Ty in, June? At OWN. And Ty said, how many do you have now? And I told him it was like 1,700. He said, you'll make that in a month. And sure enough, Ty, I'm at 2,100 followers on Instagram. So now I don't know what that means, right? I don't think that's a popularity thing. It's just you post stuff and people like it. But I can tell you one thing: if you have a lot of followers on Instagram, guys, and you post one of your videos over there, and let's say you have 6,000 people following you, chances are your video on YouTube is going to do very well because those people are going to be like, whoa, and they're going to go watch it because maybe they don't subscribe to you on YouTube, right? It's interesting how that works. So anyway, Be the Right PS said at Sheets watching HDR 2018 30,000, me 40. Yeah. Now Be the Rider PA's motorcycles wore out. He has a 2021 with 42,000 miles. A 2021, but he is a Harley dealer and he will be trading that bike in probably next year as soon as the new fairings come out on all the road glides. The new fairing they put on the CVO is going to be the new fairing that comes out in all the road glides. Let's do a station identification. I haven't done one of those for a while. Hold on.
Welcome to HDR's Coffee in the Morning, and just give us a comment, like and subscribe. We'll have a good conversation today.
Thank you, Mike.
No eating dirt this Saturday. We're sticking around for coffee with HDR.
So, good morning. You are watching Coffee Time with HDR. Enjoy.
Scott Davis said, make me an offer, laugh out loud. Everything I got is for sale. Yep. 16,000 miles. I bought it last year with low miles. What kind of oil do you guys recommend? I recommend AMSOIL. AMSOIL, all three holes, but make sure you use the oil in the engine. They have a primary oil for the primary, and then they have a transmission oil, which is thicker for your transmission. AMSOIL is what I recommend. Before that, I used Sin 3 in all three holes. I never had any problems. So, Be the Rider PA does deal with AMSOIL. If you want to hit him up on Instagram, he can ship you out a case with the filter, with all the. You're gonna need 4 quarts of oil. Well, it's like 4 and a little bit for your engine. He'll ship you out one for the primary, one for the transmission, and either a chrome or black oil filter. And he'll ship those all directly to your house for $182.92. That's with shipping. Shipping's free with that. It was $175 for everything. Shipping's included. So hit him up on Instagram. He will send it out there to you. So, Smyrna Cowboy said, just clicked over 5,000 on the Spider. 5,000 miles already on your Spider. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing. So Ty, yeah. So maybe Ty got a new outro from me, right? Follow, Ty from Tennessee. Ty from Tennessee. Somebody to follow. Follow. If you put that music on there, Ty, you will lose about 1,000 followers in the first 15 minutes. So I had the opportunity 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago now already. Wow. To actually visualize. Think of that. I actually had a chance to visualize the new Road Glide CVO. Okay. I took a picture of it, sent to Mrs. HDR. She said, that is beautiful. She said, why don't you buy that bike? And I said, well, the asking price for it, I think is, I don't know, it was like $50,000, $55,000 or something. She goes, yeah, but if you trade yours in, and if they give you enough for yours, it'll offset that. You'd still be financing with my trade like $35,000. So you'd be above the new limited price, but you'd have a new CVO. Guys, is it worth it? Is it now? Ty, don't ring in on this because Ty had a CVO. But I'm talking for you out there that's never had a CVO. You got the opportunity to go to the dealer. You got a good rate for your trade in. You're going to finance this bike now. You're going to finance it for, 12 years. And the interest rate's going to be good. It's going to be like 2.99. And your payments are going to be relatively small at about, $795 a month. Would you buy the new CVO motorcycle? Would you want to have that in your garage? So Mike Benai says, yes, Andy, Dell, and Mr. McStash stayed the night at my house. And McStash left in the morning. Dell is staying here for a few days. Getting ready for Sturgis. My God, Mike, you guys really, really bust butt, man. Whew. I am so impressed with you guys. I told Henry's still in here probably about you guys the other day. I call it my 70-plus bikers, 70-year-old plus bikers. And you guys just never stop riding your motorcycles. That is wonderful. I told Miss HDR, Mike, that you and Dell one time left your house and you were on the road for 6 months on your motorcycles. Your kids didn't even know where you were. So it's just an amazing thing. Mr. G's in there. Good morning. VAM 24 will be July 11th through the 13th. Everybody make their reservations now. It's definitely a good time. VAM is really a great time there. My Dunlap says, I've used Mobile once, V-twin engine oil, and Harley in the primary and transmission fluid, and I've thought about switching to AMS oil. AMS oil is good oil, guys. I mean, it's used by a lot of bikers out there, and even my independent guys said it's great oil. It's going to hold your engine up. Here's the trick, though. Now, Be the Rider Paid does a little different than I do. I run full synthetic oil, which is good for 10,000 miles. Guys, I change it every 5. Now, is a $100 oil change better to pay for every 5,000 miles? Or do you want to rebuild your engine and spend $5,000 because something went haywire because the oil broke down a little faster than it should have? Now, you can get 10,000 miles out of them, sure. Absolutely, you can. But even if you use full synthetic, change it every 5. Just change it every 5. If you do it yourself, what I do is take pictures of my oil pan under it, of the oil coming out. I take pictures of me pouring oil in because I have proof. And take pictures of your receipts, okay? That way people say, well, if I don't take it to the dealer, the warranty's not covered. That's total BS now. You can do it yourself. Anybody can do an oil change in your service, right? Your service stuff, like I said, the big services, I take it to my guy because I don't know anything about bearings, handlebar bearings. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about adjusting a belt. I don't know anything about that. So I have to take it to him for certain, like he's going to do it 50,000 miles, which at 30,000 miles now, if I keep this motorcycle, probably by 2026, I'll have 50,000 miles on it. He's going to pull the front end apart. Of course, if I keep this motorcycle, I'm putting front shocks on it. So, and that'll be at the very beginning of next riding season. I'm putting the Legend Axios in it, I think it's called. So the back shocks on the back of the Dragon made such a huge difference in handling. I think if I put the front shocks on, you could probably take your hands off the handlebar and the bike will go around that mountain on its own. So it's worth the money, guys. Putting aftermarket shocks in your bike is something I believe now that I would do as soon as I buy a motorcycle, right? Before you do a seat, before you do handlebars, before you do all this bull crap that we do, pipes, change the shocks first. Suspension is so, so important, and it makes your ride totally different. We used to come home from long motorcycle touring trips with backaches. Myself and Mrs. HDR, our backs would be killing us. You know, now with the Revos on the back of the bike, we came home this year and she goes, were we even on a motorcycle for 1,700 miles? She goes, that was like riding on a cloud. Yeah, not that we've ever ridden on a cloud, but you get the picture. So, let's see. Be the Rider PA said, I call Bull. She, Mary, said you live on the porch. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm lost. Hello back to everyone. Yep, I got to get ready. I have 12 months. There you go. Now you're ready to go. Type to C said the whim is a pain in the butt. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know why, Ty, and this is just me. I don't know why you guys are into the whole whim thing. Is it? I know it's so you can talk to your motorcycle and go like, GPS, please take me home. And the GPS go, not going home. But you can push one button. Or you're trying to get the stereo through your headset. Ty, I don't know what the whim is really used for it on those notes, to spend that money for it. But I've always heard people having trouble with the whim. So now, if you're having trouble syncing your phone up to the whim, call Jim because he just had the same problem a month ago and he solved it. So call Be the Rider PA and he will take care of that for you. He'll help you out and tell you what he did. Like I said, I just don't understand it. I've never had one, and I don't have satellite radio on my bike, so I don't know if it would come in handy or not. I can tell you guys the new 50C, the Senna 50C, the new speakers in that thing are amazing, man. I was jamming to some tunes going down the road the other day riding. And it was so loud. I told Miss HR the only problem with that is I couldn't hear a thing outside that helmet. There could be a siren come behind me. I wouldn't even know that it was there. So I'm just saying, Scott says I have Amsoil, my Road King. Yeah, Amsoil is really, really good. The two I heard are best are Amsoil and Redline. Now, Redline, I used to put Redline in my transmission because it's really, really, really thick. And it was awesome. You know what I mean? So I would use Syn 3 in the primary, Syn 3 in the oil, and then the transmission I would drop Redline in there. And it works great too, Toby. Very good point. Don't try to cheap out on oil. Don't go out and try to buy a 5-quart jug of oil from Walmart, for $30 and put that in your motorcycle. Dude, somebody said that the other day. Somebody was complaining about something. I don't know what it was. And they said, you spend all that money to buy something nice and then you cheap out on the maintenance. It doesn't make good sense, right? So you got to use really good stuff in your motorcycles to keep them running. Heck, that's why we all put premium gas in our Harleys, right? Did you guys ever put regular gas in your Harley? Yeah, don't try it. Not a good idea. We had to one time. Myself and Mrs. HDR out driving, so uses error with the whim. It's just a device that eliminates wire. Yeah, I don't know about the wires. I don't have any wires on my bike though, Andy. So I know what you're saying. I mean, I have a wired microphone that came with her. I can plug in and talk to it, but I don't do all that stuff, man. I ride a motorcycle, right? I ride it for the experience of riding. So, but anyway, you buy a new motorcycle. Oh, you will live on the porch. No, she actually told me the other day, she said, look, I left the shop. I called her and she said, well, did he tell you that the frame was bent? And I said, no. She goes, good. So he didn't tell you had to buy a new motorcycle? I said, no. She said, good. She said, but you still want a new motorcycle? I said, maybe. And she said, go buy it. She said, if you can find a deal and you can find somebody selling it for MSRP, then go buy it. Or even if you can find somebody selling it for $1,000 over MSRP. She said, go buy the new motorcycle. She said, you work every day. You deserve it. And our wives know. Our wives know when they tell us that we're not going to buy it. We're not going to go out and buy anything. So what I am looking at doing, guys, this may come as a shock to you, but I may actually trade a bike in on another Harley. Let's just say that. I won't tell you which bike. And I also this might be a shock to you too, and I've already ran it by some people. I'm going to do a video on it so you guys will get to chime in. I might be bringing the Himalayan content over to the Harley Day Rider channel. It's getting too hard to concentrate on 2 channels and actually give them enough time to build them properly. So, and what I'm trying to do is I'm working on a video right now where you won't see the Himalayan. You'll just hear me talking about a topic. And you may hear from the sounds that you can hear, maybe you'll know what motorcycle it is. That way I can hide what the bike is, but at the same time I could be out riding either or motorcycle and bring you content to my primary Harley Day Rider channel that I started in 2015, right? And I want to grow that channel and the audience. So I'm going to talk to my Himalayan people because there's about 750 subscribers on the Himalayan channel, Jack's Rides. And I'm going to ask them, some of them are you guys, but I'm going to ask them if you'll please come over and subscribe to the Harley Day Rider channel, and I will put the Himalayan content there alongside of alongside the Harley content. Because if I would buy an Indian now, remember Mrs. HDR wants an Indian. I'm talking, so I'd have an Indian, a Himalayan, a Royal Enfield, and a Harley Davidson. If I have those 3 bikes, I can't do 3 channels, right? I just don't have the time to do that. But I just want to jump on a motorcycle and talk to you guys. And we're going to see how that goes. I know a lot of you guys have a Harley and have something else on your channel. The only problem with me is I accidentally branded my channel with the word Harley on it, right? Of course, that could be my name, Harley. You know, my name is Harley. And I guess that could be a possibility. But anyway. Pack a small bottle of Octane Boost. That's a good idea, Pink's Adventures. And somebody else told me that too. But yeah, anyway, I have been cleared to purchase a new motorcycle. I will not buy one now until next year because I do believe that the new Road Glides are going to have the new fairing on that the CVO came out with. And I really love that headlight. So, yeah, I'll be waiting. I mean, the riding season's almost over anyway. I'll be putting the bike away soon. I was talking to Pans Rides last night. Once that nasty bad word starts school and I go back into session, I don't really ride anyway. So you're talking mid-August, I'll be done until next April. So, you know, bikes pretty much sit in the garage. I clean them up, I put them on their carpeting and plug them in and tell them to have a good rest. So I'll get it out occasionally, but not enough really to worry about it. You know what I mean? So I can wait for the new models for next year to see what's coming out there. See, Be the RSP said Northern PA, West Virginia, between Ohio, several great places to ride and visit. Real Jacket Boy said, my wife and I argue because she wants me to buy a new bike and I don't want to. No, if you're comfortable and you're happy with your motorcycle, guys, keep it. You know, I truly believe that. Looking back at it, we really wish we would have kept the 2011 Electric Glide Classic, right? Yeah, okay, it was a batwing fairing. At that time, I didn't know any difference anyway. These people, and I've been one of them, I've been guilty about it. The Road Glide cuts the wind so much better as you're going down the highway. And that may or may not be true. When I only owned a batwing fairing, I didn't know the difference. My handlebars never shimmied or shook about trucks. I just went right by trucks. So, and anybody tells you that is true, they're lying to you. They're giving you some fibs. Now, is it better? I don't know. It is what you ride. You'll get used to whatever you ride, right? Jim the other day told me, and he calls me out sometimes. He hurts my feelings, right? He gets me to the point where, and we've been friends for so long, he could piss me off like that, right? I said, I'm looking to buy a Road King and getting rid of the Road Glide altogether. I want a Road King. Well, that's great if you're done with touring, because you can't tour on a motorcycle without a fairing. Like, what? What? Guys, do you believe that's true? You cannot tour. I might do a video on that. You cannot tour on a motorcycle without a fairing. Is that true? Interesting. See? Anyway, let me bring this to your attention here. Let me see here. Real Jackie, I'm just going through some of these comments. Motorama says, I'm one of the subscribers. Don't hide the bikes you ride. Just be you. Make your content. Enjoy what you do. And I appreciate that very, very much. Help me understand how the other channel is too complicated. It's too complicated, Roguelite Andy, because you're trying to build two different brands, okay? That is why Pepsi-Cola doesn't own Coke, okay? That is why the Bisco doesn't own Delmonico, okay? You can't give enough time. Guys, you guys might have one YouTube channel, and just to make content is one thing. You make a video, you slap it up there, and you're happy with that. If you put the time into your channel because you want to grow your audience, it takes several hours to post a video, okay? Several hours. Don't just throw it up there and put a thumbnail. My great ride to the Smokies. You know, you got to think of tags. You got to think of tags. You got to think of hashtags. You have to think of the title. You got to worry about what the thumbnail looks like and how to present that correctly so people's going to watch your video. Guys, if you're happy creating a video and putting it out there, and believe me, I always say this too, don't get this wrong. 3 people watched it. My God, 3 people took their time to look at me. But as you grow your channel, you're going to say, look, I'm doing a video. I'm editing it. I'm putting all this effort into this video, and I'm putting it up there, and 8 people watch it. And I know you, I'm doing it for me. That's not true. You're not doing it for you. If you're doing it for you, you'll make home movies and show them to your kids on a Saturday night, okay? So I'm just saying, it takes a lot of time to build a brand. And that's what I'm trying to do with HDR, build a brand. I've been doing it since 2015, so I'm working hard on it. Anyway, I will say my Road King for $25,000. Okay, Bob, that sounds good. Bodine's still in the house there. Pam24 HDR. Wait, I'm trying to think here. Wait, I'm trying to bring it up. Be the RPA is having a garage party. Yeah, no garage party at my house. There'll be nothing at my house. It's all going to be at Be the RPA's house. Yeah, Bodine was getting his haircut. Good morning to Motor Rambling. So anyway, that's where, and Bodine can tell you, he has 2 channels now that he's desperately doing what I'm doing. You're trying to promote 2 channels. And I only have 1 Instagram. I think Bob has 2 Instagrams. 2 Instagrams, you're doing shorts, you're doing Instagram posts, you're doing reels, you're doing stickers, you're doing logos, you're doing promotions. And trying to do that on 2 channels is a nightmare. And not only that, if you have 2 videos that did well and you're answering 750 comments a night, it takes a lot of effort. So I'm just putting it out there to you. I have a Clockworks windshield, fork-mounted wind deflectors. Got no wind. I'll sell mine for $10,000. $10,000. I was thinking 5. I'm just saying. I'm sure your motorcycle, Scott, is worth 10. I'm absolutely sure of that. I'm just looking to something to be cheap on. All right, anyway, let me push this out there. Last 8 minutes of the show. Be the Rider PA is hosting a meetup next year. This meetup cannot conflict and will not conflict with VAM. VAM is a meetup Mr. G started, and VAM is something that I will continue to go to until I'm 95 years old. As long as Mr. G's still alive, I'll still be at his shed talking to him. Okay? The guy started this East Coast meetup kind of stuff. And I know the rest of us have played off of. We did one in 2018. Mr. G started, I believe, in 2019. Okay. Roguelite Andy McStash did one last June in Ohio for OWN. Be the Rider PA this year has already set everything up. There's a Facebook group already going on for, he's calling it PAM 24. PAMM 24. It stands for the Panhandle Area Motorcycle Meetup. PAM. Panhandle Area Motorcycle Meetup of 24. Okay. It's going to be in a great place called Triadelphia, West Virginia. If you've never heard of that place, that's probably because you don't live around here and you really don't give a crap about Triadelphia. Triadelphia, we are not known. These are all of our local roads that you see myself riding on, Roguelite Andy, Be the Rider PA, and many, many more YouTubers. You see us riding on these roads every day, and you think, I'd love to come join you and ride on your roads. We have some exciting places. Like I said, because he's been calling me, I'm helping out as far as thinking of places to go. We're going to have great destinations to go to for you to see. We'll have some riding. But these are not all roads like you're going to get like the Tell the Dragon, the Back of the Dragon. These are just nice, gentle roads for many of you that just like gentle riding and joining the group ride and going out to see some amazing places. We have some amazing places to see. We have some amazing places to eat, and we hope you can all join us next year. It's going to be June 12th through the 15th of 2024. The hotel is already set up. He got it down to $79 a night, which is an amazing price. They have a bar and restaurant right in the hotel, which is amazing. That's what you want for a meetup spot. That way we don't have to go anywhere to eat, okay? If you do not like the restaurant or you say this restaurant sucks or it's overpriced, that's okay. There is a McDonald's no more than 100 yards from that hotel. You jump on your bike or right up over the top of the hill. There's a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a steakhouse, an Italian restaurant, and many, many other things. So it's going to be a great meetup. I'll talk about it every week, so you guys can start getting registered up for that. Is there a Facebook page or an Instagram for Pam? Yes, there is. If Be The Riders PA is still in here, I don't know if you can post that. I don't have any way to post it when I'm live streaming, but I would love for you to post that. And I think it's called, just search for PAMM24 on Facebook and you'll see it. The hotel information's already in there. It's already getting rolling. He's going to be having, and if you love it or not, he does work for a dealership, and they did say they'll bring all their new bikes out, and they're going to do demo rides. So if you guys want to do a demo ride on a bike, it's going to be right there at the dealership. We are trying to get some vendors to come out. We'd like to get people like, some windshield vendors, some tire vendors, just in case you want to see something. Maybe you want to get something done on your bike, and you don't have money like I do to run out to Sturgis or to run down Oktoberfest, right? Maybe we can have some vendors there to help you out on your motorcycles if you want to put something on them. Or you just want to look at some stuff like Custom Dynamics. We'll be calling to see if they'll set up a booth, right? Just to have some stuff there. So we hope that you can all join it. Can't we stay at HDR's place? No, HDR place has no guest bedrooms. We have one bedroom at this point because all the kids left, and we converted all their bedrooms into storage rooms. So that was by design, just saying. So yeah, so no, we'll all be at the hotel because where we're staying at, Bob, is actually about 50 miles from my house. So it's a pretty good clip over there. So we're not going to be staying here at all, that's for sure. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Pitch a tent in his front yard. I don't have a front yard. I'll take a picture of it and put it on Instagram, my front yard. A tent wouldn't fit in my front yard. And we don't have a backyard because once we built the garage, that was by design also. I got rid of most of my grass because I don't like cutting grass. So, Toby Norris said, Rogue Light, how much do you put in your current content with a 360 degree editing hours, filming? Yeah, you're right. And I'll double that. You're right, Toby. Thanks for putting that out there. And like I said, Rogue Light Andy is very much on that path of being right. But Rogue Light Andy, start 6 channels and see if you can get them all to take off, right? So I'm just saying. And I'm not bashing anybody, guys. I call dibs on HDR's garage. There you go, Jackie Boy. Like I said, Jackie Boy, we'll be 50 miles away from my house, so we're not going to be coming to this neck of the woods over here. But thank you guys for thinking of me. Roguelite Andy said he has 3 acres. Pitch a tent. You can do that if you want at Roguelite Andy's house. He's offering that up. I can tell you when you step out of your tent, you may roll down his hill. No, he does have a very nice piece of property out there, so and it will definitely be mowed. So, yep. Anyway, okay. So at 9 o'clock here, Bob's somehow scheduled. I don't know why he didn't schedule for 9:10 to give me some time here, but Bob scheduled his debut of his new KSR video. It's coming out here. He's going to be doing a premiere, so I'm gonna get off here and go watch that. Guys, thank you so much for attending here today and visiting the channel. Like I said, if you didn't watch those past 2 videos I just put out, I know they're not typical riding around HDR headshot videos, and I get that. But they are very, very important, and I think the topics are very, very important to have out there. So take care, everybody, and I will talk to you next Saturday morning. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. Harley Day Rider, your girlfriend HDR, be down and out in the beautiful HDR studios here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming, and ride safe. Cheers.